Hello everybody and welcome back to the Gaming Geezer 1965. And at the beginning of my adventure of the Commodore 64 Ultimate, I promised you to do a comparison between three most important joysticks that I have. I have two more very cheap ones upstairs, but I'm not even taking the trouble to get those down because they will be in the same quality as the one that was delivered with the C64 Maxi. The C64 and on the Maxi model. But what do we have here? We have the one that I actually bought together with the Commodore 64 Ultimate Starlight. We have this one, and that is the Competition Pro. This is the version, this is the very old one that I've lost in my used in my youth, and not the newer one that is still in the box, that has only been used a few times when we played multiplayer games. But games like Street Fighter and so were never fantastic to begin with. So usually when people came and wanted to play with the Commodore 64, it mostly was the games, a few games that we will be trying together with these three bad boys. And they have one thing in common. They all have micro switches. That nice crunchy click, they deliver all three of them. And what I also do like, when you play games like Afterburner, it's nice that this joystick gives you actually a fire button on top. Look, I prefer using this one instead of this. But it's cool that you actually can use it like a fighter plane joystick. So maybe if you could map this one as a separate button and that you could use the heat-seeking missiles with this one, and this is for your Vulcan cannon, then that would be awesome. But I guess it's not the way that it works. These two also have two fire buttons, and with this one I think you can even program it. I mean, you got some new wire harnesses so you can make changes, but as I got everything now, it works for me. It plays as it used to play back in the good old days, and now I'm going to play a few games to see which one I prefer. I will start off with this one. I will play a bit of Ghosts and Goblins, no trainer, and when I die I will switch joystick and I will do it all over again with the other joystick. And when I finish that single game, because I'm going to play a racing game, a platform game, and Commando, so shooting and avoiding and shooting in a circle around you, because they can also attack you from the rear. Let's start with Ghosts and Goblins. I should have made a preparation and make a folder with the three games that I want to do, but it's also actually cool to show you how I just get around when I'm playing by myself. So first of all we go to, if I'm not mistaken, Ghosts and Goblins is also in single player. GeForce, I didn't even knew I had this. Ghostbusters, Guiana Sisters, Ghosts and Goblins. I should have actually removed this drive, because as you can see it's not even connected. But when I feel like continuing my backup, then it's nice that I have it right here and I can just plug it in and use it. Oh, I forgot to turn down my sound. And also a bit less bass. So it will not be too pronounced. Okay. Endless life? No. Endless time? No. Level cheat? No. And a weapons cheat? No. Invincibility? No. The high score saver will not work if you cheated. I know. And let's see if we need to swap. Oh. What I'm going to do still is remove the drive, put it on the floor, because I need to swap joysticks and it's easier if I have a better access. Gently, I don't want to ruin it. That's better. Let's go. Uh-oh. Well, that didn't work. But as you can see, the joystick is responding immediately. It's just my gaming that is not so good at the moment. But when I just move the joystick up, it immediately responds. Okay, that's good. Ooh, the timing was not so good as the previous time, but I could still manage it. And here we got the save point. Oh, too early. But well, let's just swap. I need to die until we go to the begin. And if I'm not mistaken, let's just end. Let's remove this one. Come on. It's new, so it don't want to go out. He says, no, I want to stay. I want to be your control buddy. But no, we're going to swap it out for the old veteran. This one has seen a lot of life. Oh, it's upside down. No, then it doesn't work. Oh, that is a bit smoother because it's been used so much. Well, the wire is much stiffer. I mean, the quality of this wire is just smooth. Okay, time for another run. The clicks are quieter, and hey, he was jumping while I didn't actually wanted to jump. Ooh, that was luck. Uh-oh. I know he needs 4 shots, so I could get 1 in before he started moving, and the other 3. Oh, oops. Well, I got a checkpoint. Well, but as you can see, the gameplay feels the same. I like it that the controller is more quiet. And let's die just one more time. Or two more times. There we go. So, that's number 2. And the final one. This one is, when it comes to weight, the lightest of the 3. And the heaviest is the new joystick. Oh. And again, I wanted to put it upside down in. I guess I haven't used this one a lot because it also went pretty stiff. It doesn't work. Oh, maybe it's the button. Yes, it's the button. So that's not a fair start. Oh, that was luck there, man. But also, when it comes to response, this joystick also delivers. Uh-oh. Every time I'm so lucky there. And this song is just epic. Oh, ships. Well, at least, well, never mind. We've got them all 3, and now I'll stick with this one, and then we go back with the next game. And that was Commando. There's no Commando in this favorite list, but this, yes, there is. Because this favorite list is not mine. I've been downloading a collection from somebody else. I've been adding other games that I found myself. So it's a hotspot of different games, but this is the list of somebody else. But it looks like all the big games are in there. And that's actually not so strange because I guess just about everybody likes the high-end games that were very popular in the day. And again, we're not going to cheat. So now at least I know where this is for. But why would you swap it down so the fire button doesn't work? Space, space, space. Do we need to use space to start? No. Maybe it's just back? No. Run stop, that was the one. So every game, high score or trainer. Let's go for high score. Load or restore. Yeah, just load, doesn't matter. And let's go. Oh, they got me. Yes, I saved him. Ooh, that was close to the explosion of that hand grenade. Hey, leave me alone. It's trying to survive. Oh, we got an extra life. Thank you very much. We need that. Yes, we got it. But yeah, that's number 1. And we will just swap joystick now. maybe it works like this. So that's number one. And you could see that I could manage myself and it worked. And let's try the one that I've used the most. I wonder why, because so far also the arcade joystick is performing equally as good. But you can I can already feel by the easy, how easy I can just put in the plug, that it works. Yeah, I should start from the beginning. I got 3 men. He walks on water. Cool. He's Moses. Whoops. Well, that is number 2. We've reached the end of the level again. This level seemed to be a little bit shorter. And yes, I die sometimes. But yeah, what do you expect? These older games were pretty hard. And I'm already amazed that with such a quick test that I can actually perform this good. I thought, well, this is a way to show how not to play games. And there you go. Back to the game. And back to dying. Unfortunately, I of course didn't make it to the next stage, and now you get the hardest part for this joystick. So let's just end it. And let's give this joystick also a fair run in the first stage. There we go. Whoops, my bad. The trick is to survive to the door. Come on. Get to the door, and we got the checkpoint. Yes, we get to the door. Oh, he's escaping. I'm missing my extra points. Oh, slow down. Oh, the final person, but yes. That final guy, that still got me. But it's not to show my skills. You can see that I can maneuver around pretty quickly. And all the joysticks, when it comes to how the micro switches work, they don't miss a beat. All 3 of them gets a big thumbs up for me. And now, my go-to game. Oh, my bad. Let's reset. And my favorite game, my favorite race game has to be in there. I guess it's on top. Yes, it is. And also here I don't go for a cheat. Unlimited time off. Yes, that's what we need.
2, 3.
Hit it!
OutRun.
Just kidding, let's hit fire and let's get going. And I must say, yes, back in the day, this was also my favorite racing game. But the loading times were not my favorite. But thanks to Jiffy DOS, it's made so much more bearable. No, it's still not up to standard. It's still not how you would expect like an emulator box to work. But this is not an emulator box. This is FPGA. And so it's mimicking the real system. So you get to play the game exactly how it was playing on your original Commodore 64 if you actually also had Jiffy DOS in your computer system and in the drive and in your computer itself. Let's just skip this. And I guess we have to flip the disk. Oh, first we need to choose for automatic. Yes, I thought so. We have to swap disk. So side B, and instead of running, we need to mount it. And there we go. And to keep things fair, especially with this game, I will just reset the game and start all over again from the beginning with the next joystick. Because I need to play the same stages, to be honest. Because then you get to feel left, right, how it responds. Whoa. And again, that stupid police car. He's got me. I don't want to use my turbo, I want to use it when the storm comes in. And since there's a lot of rain effect on the screen, at that point the computer doesn't draw the explosion from your exhaust when you fire the button. And yes, this may be my favorite racing game on the system, but the thing that I do not like about it is every time you enter a stage, a new stage, the music starts all over again. Why? These police cars are effing annoying. Finally. At least no crash, otherwise he would have passed me again. And I also found a different version of the regular OutRun, where you have all the stages on one disk, or one floppy I should say. So maybe for a different video, that's also nice to see if it's the American version or not. Because I've heard that that's the best. Ooh, crash. I need to make it to the end and then I will just stop. Yes. Boost. Did I make it or didn't I? Because I heard the sound that the time was up. If it's loading the game over, then it's good. That doesn't matter. Then I just leave the counter running. And if I still made it in time because the car still rolled through. Actually fun that it has this same effect as the arcade version. When your car has still enough speed to carry you through the checkpoint. And yes, you can. So we will just run the disc again. And we will swap joystick. You will stay here now. Oh, that's only the wire that fell to the floor. I'm really curious about this one. I do not want to put it in often because it feels like that's the only downside. It feels like the plug is a bit too big. Even the newer joystick it goes in better. You have to put a lot of force on there and I don't want to break my Ultimate 64. No time, just fire and let's continue. And the next one is also space because that's the next demo song for the menu. But that are two awesome songs from Jeroen Tel, the Maniacs of Noise. My favorite is of course the one that I clicked through, the Magical Sound Shower or Magical Sound Shower. But this song is also cool. And this loading time is long because of that very long song that is loading in. This is why this is taking just as long as loading into the first song. Because both songs are very long and use a lot of sampled audio, or at least I call it still samples because it's still audio. Automatic. Turn the disc. Mount. This one only needs to move a little bit forwards. So I think you can steer quicker and respond quicker, but it also means that sometimes you might hit a direction while you are intending to go straight. We will see if this is a problem or actually an advantage because you don't have to move the stick too much. Well, at least we could pass the car, the police car. And then I'm being harassed by a regular traffic. Actually, I want to cool down the turbo now for the storm. I forgot to activate the turbo and I think why everything goes so slow. Whoops. The sprite design was awesome. Also the spinning effect of your Ferrari. Even in times like this, I can appreciate 8-bit graphics, even though when you're playing the newer games, they of course look much better. But realizing what you're playing with, I mean, even a phone is a 1,000 times more powerful than what your Commodore could do. And still, it has that same wonderful feeling as back in the day when this was high-end. And yes, it helps that I'm playing a proper game instead of, because there's also a lot of software that's made by beginners like me, for instance. And you can't expect that to perform equally as impressive as what the big companies made with the talented people behind it. Ooh, oh, no. Luckily. I kept control. Get out of my way, you dopey bastard! I think I need to brake, and I'm too late. I'm not even making it. But I think the problem is not the game, but me. I mean the joystick. Replay? No. And you can stay here. And let's give the old veteran a try. I wonder where it will... Oh, never mind, that will take too long. Let's just go to... oh, there we go, run disk. And the cool thing is, when you choose run disk, your current game will be reset and you will start loading your game anew. And I'm not cutting any loading times because I like to keep things genuine so you can see what the user experience is on a Commodore 64 with Jiffy DOS installed, or in this case with the Commodore 64 Ultimate with Jiffy DOS activated. Actually, if you find it interesting, then I will suffer through the original loading times and I put a timer next to it to see how much time Jiffy DOS saves off waiting for you to be able to play the game. And then I'm talking not only about loading into the first demo song, no, the complete game until you're playing. And to be fair, I will only measure the loading times and not the times that I need to work the menu, because the one time I'm a bit faster than the other time. So it depends. If you would like that, I would do a video like this. Turn disk. The final joystick, what will it bring us? What conclusion will I have at the end? And I think you can already judge my enthusiasm for all three of them, that the difference won't be big. There's some plus points to be had on each one, and there's some negative points to be had maybe on each one. And this is how I played it all those years ago with this controller. Sorry. Yes, finally we overtook the police. No. A stupid car. As if they are on purposely trying to get you off the road. So yeah, if I'm failing it this time, it's not the controller, but there's some things in a game that you do not have a saying over, and that is how the AI behaves. Wait, don't forget to press that. Yes, turbo. So the question is, when are you passing a police car or bumping into a car? Because if they bump you off the road and you hit trees or other obstacles, then you stand still and you have to accelerate all over again. I'm already amazed that your opponent isn't aggressive and try to steer into you. So even the regular cars are more annoying than the white Porsche. Yes, I'm passing the car before he could reach me. Oh man, yeah. Bumping into a car, that means an actual standstill. Well, I think it's fair to end it right here. Let's do a power and reset. And let's go to the conclusion, but I will connect the controller that wins. And yes, I was already expecting this. At the early beginning, even before the Commodore 64 Ultimate arrived, I thought, when I will do a comparison, I was highly sure this one would win. It's not fair that I have used the old one, because this one has been abused so much, especially with all the friends and playing Decathlon, the smashing joystick left, right, in a game like that, you're not careful with your equipment, you want to win, no matter what the consequences. And the fact that it didn't break down says something about its sturdiness. But I've played through 3 games, a bit of a testing, and I got a feel for it. When it comes to Ghosts and Goblins, all 3 performed equally. They were equally as responsive, and then it's about when you have to take in account how the joystick responds, and if playing the game gives you an advantage or disadvantage. If you don't have that, you have to get your conclusion elsewhere. Ghosts and Goblins, this one wins, and not because of the responsiveness, but in the resistance is perfect, and that click, even though it's louder, instead of that it's annoying, you just know now it's going to jump, and it gives my muscle memory a better way to adapt to the game and to the circumstances. So, number 1. Number 2 was a surprise to me, and that is the arcade. Because of the shorter travel distance, and also very quiet movement. When you keep it on the table, it's not honest. It's quiet. It feels just really good. And the short travel distance also means you can very quickly respond to what you're seeing. So in very quick situations, you might have an edge. A downfall is that same thing, the same short distance travel. Sometimes my character jumps when I don't want it. And since this controller isn't square but has a slope in the front, it looks cool. But when it comes to playing, I always have that feel that I want to turn the joystick a bit because it doesn't feel symmetric to me. And then you are compensated for something, and then suddenly the direction. It didn't bother me too much during that short play, but I just know that in a full playthrough that would be the only minus point. And the other minus point, and I will mention it here and I will leave it at that, is when this one was new, I haven't swapped it too much because I'm always using this one. When I need to swap joystick, okay, now it doesn't respond, let's go to swapped, and there we go, joystick responds. So you do not even have to get it in, out again. You are free of this, but we get back to normal. But so that means that somehow that thing is even made a bit bigger than the new one. Too bad. So that's also a missed opportunity. That's a double negative. So the first negative is that because of the asymmetric shape of the base, that means the fire button is further to the right, straight in front of your joystick. So for platform games, it's less comfortable holding the joystick. So also in games like Giana Sisters, this will present you with a small problem. Maybe it's exaggerated because, like I said, they all are very close to each other. So the points that I am making out is clearly to have to say what kind of differences I could still feel. This one, because it's worn out, you also feel that the joystick is a bit, it feels like a resistance, but not like this, a smoother resistance, but yeah, it feels like it's grinding a bit. And I don't know what it is. I haven't opened it up yet. I don't know what all these years of abuse have done to the system. Maybe it's also nice, if you like, to make a comparison video only between this one and the newer one, which also have 2 extra buttons, but the rest of the joystick is the same. So the controls, it responds excellently. You saw I wasn't at a negative downside when playing Ghouls and Ghosts, or Ghosts and Goblins I mean, while using this old stick, but I felt that the joystick had a tough time in the past. And yes, everything worked. There was not a single click that didn't register. So that is what it also wins. And when we are judging the weight of the joysticks, this one is the heaviest. And even though it's not heavy because there's some, how you say, iron or a weight put in there to make it feel solid. No, it's actually real solid, because also the stick is made of steel or stainless steel or whatever. And this one is lightweight, and this one is lightweight, and they both are, when it comes to weight, very close to each other. I would say this one is the lightest, this one in the middle, and this one is a very high jump to a bit more heavy, and not so heavy that you are getting tired of playing it, because as you could see, I just plugged it in because when I'm enjoying my Commodore 64 Ultimate, I prefer it to be with the new king in town. And now we move back to Commando, and you could see that all three of them performed equally. I had just as much fun with each controller, and in this time with Commando, since you are panicking in steering, so to speak, because you need to pay attention to more directions, then the negative of this joystick is less important, because yeah, it's a bit more rougher game. It's hard to explain, but I didn't have the same problem in Commando that I had in Ghosts and Goblins. And this one, the old veteran, he got the job done perfectly. And again, the same comment in the resistance not being smooth, but grinding a bit, yeah, also hard to explain. Now back to Turbo OutRun, and what I always have thought in my mind after I test this one out on the game in my first video, all I can say is from that moment I just knew this one is the best for racing games. It has a bit further traveling distance, but like I said, the smoothness is so nice, and since I don't use the extension on the joystick, so you still give yourself a bit of a less travel distance, these can't be adapted. They are the length that they are. So when you want to respond faster, you need to grip it lower. When you want to be more aggressive, you need to grip it higher. And with this joystick, it just feels better. So in Turbo OutRun, this was number 1. And this was number 2 again. And this was number 3 again. And still, if I would I, because this is number 2, would I use this one more often? No. And why? I'm just afraid that I might break my Commodore 64. It's going in so heavily that I don't dare to put it in and out too much. So I would even prefer using this one, because as you could see in the gameplay department, it's only the feeling of the stick that feels a bit more rugged and that is grinding. But it doesn't influence how I perform in my game. So 1, 2 and 3, but in usability 1, 2, 3. So, where does it leave us? At the end of the video, of course. So my question is, do you want me to do a loading comparison with Jiffy DOS and without Jiffy DOS in Turbo OutRun? Do you want me to make a video where I compare the old one with the one that has hardly seen any use at all? Or just continue making a top 5, or when I find some more cool forgotten games or user programs like Big Mouth in my last upload. Let me know in the comments what you want to see on the channel, because I love using my Commodore 64 Ultimate, and to me it doesn't make a difference in what I am using it for. Playing a game, watching a video, comparing joystick, measuring loading times. What do you want to know about anything that has to do on the Commodore? Let me know in the comments, and we see each other in the next video. Thanks for watching, and we see each other again. Bye bye!